What in the world is going on with a spy balloon overhead of the northern part of the United States of America? It's just absolutely remarkable. What in the world? You can sound off here with WMAY, 217-629-7970. Of course, we'll try to discern what the latest is here, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Again, 217-629-7970, as we've got this spy balloon that's pretty remarkable. It's a huge white orb with what looks like an array for solar that may have other components on there, like, digital imaging, high sensor cameras. This thing apparently is flying overhead with the possibility of looking at very sensitive locations like nuclear sites, nuclear silo sites. What in the world's going on here? We'll get to your calls at 217-629-7970 in just moments, okay? But I do want to hear at least from some of the experts. ABC's senior Pentagon reporter, Louis Martinez, describes that they did send out some fighter jets. They did analyze this some more, but here's some of the latest that we're getting this morning.
Spy balloons apparently cross the United States every now and then, and in this case from China. And in this case, NORAD essentially sent up F-22s to figure out what's going on. And that's the reason why President Biden conferred with his national security team and asked for military options. They determined that it was not appropriate to shoot down this balloon because of the risk it posed to civilians on the ground. And that's why President Biden followed that advice.
So not shooting it down in a sparsely remote area where it could possibly lead to debris. Okay, I get that. But what about some indication that have they at least disabled some of the electronics on this spy balloon, some of the cameras on this spy balloon? What's going on here? But apparently this thing did float over from China through, the northern pole and then over Canada. Why didn't we get a heads up from Canada? For crying out loud. So what is going on here? Your thoughts, 217-629-7970. Good morning. You're on WMAY.
Morning, Greg.
Hey.
So, there's a couple of things you can unpack from this. It could be another false flag act, or, as I stated for years, no business. And any part of it can be bought or sold for the right price. So with that being said, I know everybody thinks this is nuts, but we very well could have got sold down the river decades ago, and it just comes down to whoever has the most money in the end, and that's it. Because, the whole thing we got going on now with the globe, which, I believe World War III has been here ever since World War II stopped. We're here now. We're knocking on the door, and who knows? Who knows what the government has done, who they've sold out. You can see Biden's no good, so...
Well, and then it raises, you're raising questions that some in Congress are hoping to get to the bottom of, is what kind of compromised situations has the president been in with his son and all of the business dealings he's had with Ukraine, even Chinese companies. But it doesn't just stop there. And I think you're touching on something here that is important that we understand in the United States. China has very much been attempting in many different ways, not just overtly, but covertly, to get at this country. China wants to be the world economic power. Whether or not they're able to get there, that's not been made clear, but they're definitely trying. Everything from their arrangements with big businesses that want to do business in China, they essentially have to go into a relationship with the Chinese government and have the secrets all shared with the Chinese government. That's one way they're attempting this. Another way they're attempting this is the story out of the Epoch Times, which is just absolutely mind-blowing that this happens, but apparently it has happened, where you've got Chinese operations in police departments. Secret CCP, Chinese Communist Party overseas police station in New York City closed after reportedly raided by the FBI. A covert overseas police station run by the Chinese regime in New York's been shuttered following a reported raid by the FBI. The FBI has confirmed that its overseas police station in New York, linked to Fuzhou, has closed. We can continue to be concerned about the People's Republic of China transnational repression efforts around the world, and are also coordinating with allies and partners on the issue. So, that just shows the fingers that China has. And then you've got the influence on colleges and universities with a flood of money going into colleges and universities here in the United States. You've got reports that China is purchasing farmland in some areas, even getting close to some sensitive U.S. military sites. And you also have the tech concerns with TikTok, for instance, a Chinese-owned company. And how influential is that in the hands of our youth in this country? So there's a whole host of things. This Chinese spy balloon being just one of the latest incidents, and raising a whole range of concerns. But apparently it's not the only instance here. You've got Canada monitoring a potentially second incident. This also coming from the Epoch Times. Canada announced Thursday it's coordinating with the United States to track a spy balloon high above the Earth that's monitoring as a potential second incident. Canada's Department of National Defense announced that Northern American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD, a combined organization of the U.S. and Canada, is actively tracking a high-altitude surveillance balloon. The statement went on to say that Canadians are safe and Canada is taking steps to ensure the security of its airspace. But you also have the U.S. House Speaker calling for an intelligence briefing on that Chinese spy balloon over Montana, with continued statements from even Montana officials condemning that this isn't being addressed quick enough. Good morning. You're on WMAY. Your thoughts?
When DARPA did this in 2020, it's on their YouTube website. They literally put balloons all across the country, went to small, bragged about it.
That's right. I remember that.
No big stink there. And I agree, if a foreign nation is doing it, but it very well easily could be us again doing it.
That's true. I've seen that speculated elsewhere, that this could just be some U.S. spy balloons, because we do have those capabilities and that technology. So yeah, maybe this is a look the other way type of thing.
Well, it is a real thing that DARPA in 2020 put up small balloons with sensors on them that could look down, and they ran them all across the country, kept them up in the air for a while. It was like a little mini network of satellites, and it's all on their YouTube. Yeah. And I implore people to look at their YouTube, look at what's actually capable right now. Yep. And this is all us.
I love that you think outside the box. Greatly appreciate your call this morning, and be safe. We got to take a break, though, and we will definitely be hearing a lot more about whatever this is in the sky. Is it a spy balloon, or is it DARPA, or is it just some guy who decided in his backyard he's going to launch this thing and freak out all of the northern part of the United States and beyond? But let's see if we can, possibly get a view of it this weekend. Your forecast, we've got sunny skies today, the high of 21. Clear overnight, the low of 16. Saturday, increasing clouds, the high of 46. Sunday, mostly sunny, the high of 51. And then Monday, partly sunny with a high of 54. Tuesday, we'll see sunshine with a high of around 50. Right now, though, it's 7 degrees at 6:52 from Culver's West on Wabash.
Springfield has so many must-see destinations when you come to visit, such as the Abraham Lincoln